come and go as you please.
Good day to you. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you at the moment. I apologize.
It is good sometime. Is there something? Indeed. The council has... Do not be so quick to judge circumstance. The grove can be found to the south. Is there some... I hope your time is...
Are you a Jedi? How long can you be protectors? Ha! You! Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my... They came to our land demand... There was nothing I could do. I've come here to ask you. But you have been accepted into the Order. I will give you all I have. Just please.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could... We were working on my farm to the north of here. I heard the door to the house open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. Cathounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. No. It must have been someone who could open the door by himself. No. The door... Well, yes, it could have. But he had no reason... Well... Yes, but he is very valuable to me all the same. He is very dear to me, my friend. He's the only companion. He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal...
Wow, she really misses her droid, doesn't she?
Please, I beg of you, return my droid to me. Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. Please, send me home.
Ucua Penki, Tony Dwamaji, Chiwi Aita Katon. Kakinja, Chiwa Aita Kan Ki, Chiwi Aita Ka. Tong Hidwama Chiwa Aita, Ucua Penki. Baba Hassan.
Ready?
Sure.
Let's go! Ready? Yep. Ready? What? No problem. Didn't work.
This is private property. I am programmed not to respond to threats until attacked directly. I have been programmed, but even if I am terminated, another will take leave immediately.
These settlers have come to Dantooine seeking privacy. Perhaps we should respect their wishes.
Holding out on us again. Since you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
Achuta, 뭔가 군비스돌비 기고야나. 똥밭. ronda dijo tonga kun hankabi. Wana kunbe. Muchashak pakat. Kieno no namabata kumjus tahmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Jedabado wana nigibobo. Tong na bung. Ronda dijo tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palaka chikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chiku. Tong haitwam jiji jung lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongwalea gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chila runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez kachi kun ida hodonga. Iking ku runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugni kachi kun ida hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun. Slimo po runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching pakachi kun ida hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun. Runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Muchashak pakat. Kieno no.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master... I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me? I guess under the circumstances, no. Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Greetings, apprentice. I am an informant. If you have any need, I have already... Is there any info? Very well.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here. Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Ako pa, Chip. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Ta kung just tak miki grabel mo. Jeda Padowan ni di bobo. Tong hait wam jiji jong mujashak pakat. Ta kung just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodonga. Tolbaba.
Is there any other information? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single... Is there any other... These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriaz are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran... Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. Of course, of course.
So, what do you want? I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Iriaz. Haven't seen many. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one. Like I said before. I shot, and pow! He went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Iriaz was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? So, what do you want to know? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Ronda di hotong ta kung just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodonga. Tolbabang wale oganda naru chuchut. Jeda Padowan ni di bobo. Tong na bungsha. Tong hait wam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Tolpa tapong wale o gando na chu mujashak pakat. Tong hait wam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Tolpa tapong wale o gando na chuchut. Ta kung just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodonga. Tolpa kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno mujashak pakat.
So, what do you want? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him, especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? Of course, of course.
Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kachi kun ita hotonga. Iking runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Runda di takum just Mickey.
So, what do you... I told you already, what's in my blind. Now, I don't have nothing to... So, what... You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. Once or twice, yes. And I've heard pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. Of course, of course.
Runda di ho kachi runda di ho. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iki runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Runda di hot. Jeda Padowan ni di bobo. Mucho shak pakat. Kiye no dam. Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Jeda Padowan ni di bobo. Tong haitwam. Runda di hotonga kun hankachi kun ita hodonga. Iki runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Kachi mucho shak pakat. Kiye no dam.
Is there any other info? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past 7 weeks, is there any other According to the municipal authorities near the Darrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in the camp. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Metic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the... Is there any other... Very well. I will...
So, what do you want? Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
Is there any other... Very well. I will be here.
How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed but as much as it may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not... Of course.
Runda di hotonga ku kachi runda di. Ta kunjus tahmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Ik mucho shak pakat.
So, what do you want? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for a Chani weapon. Always wished I could get myself. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that or... Right.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from... I hardly have enough money. Even an Irias, I would most appreciate... How can I be of further assistance? Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder... Mr. Neddick... I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. But it may have been my own fault. I was just out running. Of course.
Is there any other... I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report. Mr. Gould, is there any other... Very well. I will...
How can I be of further... Of course.
Runda di hodonga kun honkabi. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking mucho shakpat.
Is there any other information you need? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Emperor just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will...
Tong abong sha. Runda di hodonga. Runda di hodonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jedo Padowan ni di bobo. Tong nabung sha nununya. Tong patukas maktalea. Ta kung just tahmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank, wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadada nanga kumbis mule rabes. Runda di hodonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tong abong sha umnina. 다 공주 스탁 미끼 그랍을 먹고 같이 주이다 보던가. 돌바방크 원래 오간다 나루 추추. 같이 군 이다 하던가. 이킹군 오빠 몰래라 치고 론디 하던가 군 헝가리. 어느 군대 동하이드웜 주지 좀 룸바 니타 포에 티키토 돌바다 봉과레어 간도난 추추 damn you.
Damn both of you.
다 공주 스탁 미끼 그랍을 먹어 같이 주이다 보던가. 돌바방크 원래 오간다 나 같이 군 이다 하던가. 이 동하이드웜 주지 좀 룸바 니타 포에 티키토 돌
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
아추다 뭔가 군비스 돌비 기고야나 동 바투가스 막델레야.
Ready. What? Ready. Sure. Ready?
I will be your doom! You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness. I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine. When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought. What is it you want? Why do you bother me? The council has sent you here to kill me. Why then, when you bested me so easily, did you not simply finish your task? Is it not apparent that I can never be saved? You do not? I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been. I thank you for your kind words, Jedi. I seem to still have much to learn.
both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me. I only wish things could have been different. If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. How can the Council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable. I should convince them that I am truly repentant, that I am willing to forsake the dark side. And maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done? I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the Council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
Ready?
Yes?
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order. I have spoken to the Council, and they have helped me see the truth. The truth about myself, and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light. After our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. Back to the light. When I left, Quatra knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial, The council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
First the Jedi trick you into becoming an enemy, then they welcome you back as a friend. I can't say I approve of their training methods.
I do not know what the council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training, and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padowan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our order.
If you have questions, you should direct them to...
Greetings, young Padawan. Have you come? As chronicler of the... You should ponder... May the Force be with...